Hey there, air signs. Welcome to your Hunter's Moon 2019 element reading here. So the Hunter's Moon, right now we're in early October, so around October 13th, 2019. It's a full moon in Aries. So you're going to have a little bit of the influence of Aries. There's going to be a little bit of fighting, fiery component. Passions are going to pop up right now. And with that, obviously, we're at the beginning of October, so we're still in Libra season. So there is that influence of the air signs, Libra, coming in there. This is going to be a time of emotional reveals and truth coming out, and above all else, finding balance within relationships, not just romantic relationships, but also relationships with your family, coworkers, etc. Especially finding balance within yourselves. So that being said, with the element reading, what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 cards from the Moon Oracle deck. We're going to have Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Each one of those cards is kind of have a oracle meaning to you, which we'll talk about. And then we'll pull 3 cards from the Ethereal Visions deck with a past, present, and future. So you have something to kind of mull over for the next month until our next full moon, which will be mid-November. All right? Okay, air signs, what do you say we gets to going? All right, can I get 3 cards here for Hunter's Moon 2019? We got 1. This is going to be for Libra. I forgive and let go with loving and ease. So maybe you guys have been dealing with something that's been bothering you. Libras, you have a tendency to keep quiet behind the scenes. Number 2, for Aquarius, we have, with a steady mind, I'm connected to our collective experience. Okay, and Gemini. One more. Gemini, my inner compass knows the way. All right, so Libra, you know, maybe it sounds like you've been dealing with a tough situation and it's time to let go of it. Your air signs overthink everything. Libra, you're no exception. So we'll see what the other cards say, but it seems like there's something that you need to let go of within yourself and perhaps with a relationship or someone that you're dealing with in order to move forward. Just remember, holding on to negative energy does nothing but exhaust you. It's always better to just kind of let it go and see what the universe wants to offer to fill its space. Aquarius, so perhaps you feel disconnected. Maybe that's what this card is saying. Maybe you feel like you've been focusing too much on yourself and you don't have someone else to connect with, or maybe you feel like you just don't fit in right now. But just remember that we are all part of one. No matter how alone you might feel, we are, there's not one of us on this planet that cannot exist without the help of another one. Just as the grass needs the sun to grow and the water to feed it and to grow and the winds to help with pollination, everything in this world is all connected, and human beings, you know, there's a creative consciousness and we are no exception to it. And then of course, Gemini's, my inner compass knows the way. Follow your instinct. Gemini, you have a tendency to want to follow your head over your heart a lot. But remember, you're the twins, so you have 2 minds. So just remember, now is the time to follow your gut over following your head. Okay. All right, we need 3 cards for each one of the signs here. Oops. All right. 3 cards for Libra, past, present, future. Aquarius, past, present, future. And Gemini, past, present, and future. All right, let's get to going. All right, so Libra, in your past, we have the 8 of Cups. You felt like walking away from something, or someone has walked away from you. This is generally usually an abandonment card when we're seeing it this way, but it's flipped, which means that you are deciding not to walk away. You are not going to leave this person or this situation that is weighing so heavily on you emotionally. The present card, Death. Hello. This is actually Scorpio in the higher arcana, but death is not always a bad card. A lot of people see it and they get a little scared because death, obviously. But death just means the ending of a cycle and the beginning of something new. So you didn't want to walk away. You didn't want to leave someone, or you were hoping that someone wouldn't leave you. But death means it's time for something to come to an end. So either you've been holding this emotional grudge for someone, or this pining for someone, or, you guys know what's going on, I'm sure. But it's time to let it go. Death is the time to let it fall, let it rest. And only then, through accepting this ending, can something new and positive grow from it, right? And then we have the future is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So in the upright position, the Ace of Swords is actually a truth being set free, which would be great for the Hunter's Moon and Libra season, but it is blocked right now. So something that needs to be said still isn't going to be said. Sorry, my dog's being very needy right now. Something has to be said that has not been said, and we're gonna hope that as time goes on, that sword will turn around and allow you to know whatever the truth is that's hidden. Perhaps you have a lie or something that you're insecure about that you don't want to share with your loved one. But the truth is, come back to what the moon said, I forgive and let go with loving ease. So if you feel like someone's lied to you, if you feel like someone's abandoned you, it's time to let it go. That's what that death card is about. Let it go, move on. If they are meant to be a part of you and a part of your existence, they will speak their truth. But you need to let go in order to let this whole cycle come through. Okay. Aquarius. All right, your past is the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so that is the ultimate happiness, fulfillment, money, stability card. Perhaps you won the lottery, perhaps you just got a new job, or perhaps someone has made an offer of stability in a relationship for you. Excuse me. Present, we have the Well. All right, the Well in reverse. So the Well is actually a card that's unique to this deck, and it is a card that generally in the upright means nurturing, opportunity, creativity, kind of like a wishing well, throwing a coin into the wishing well and hoping that something comes. It's a manifestation card. But when it's reversed, it can mean the endings of something, having a cold heart, destruction and emptiness type of feeling. Think about an empty well. All right, so whatever's happened here, you may have come into money, or you may have come into a situation where you feel stable and excited to be able to grow forward, but it's not all that it seems. It is what the cards are saying. And future is the Six of Swords in reverse. So not being able to sail out of rough seas into calmer waters, which means that you've got something that you need to really work through here. Remember that just because a card is in a reverse position doesn't always mean it's negative. Sometimes it just means it's blocked. And the moon is telling you that you need to remind that you're all part of a whole. Everybody is connected. If you remember that, it's going to help kind of shift these other cards back into the upright and help you be able to move forward out of those rough seas into calmer waters. All right. Gemini, last but not least, for my twins. From the past, you have the Hangman in the reverse position. So the Hangman tells me, especially in the reverse position, that you are being stubborn. You don't want to see things from a different point of view. You're lacking empathy. You're lacking compassion for a certain situation. You are very stuck in your ways, right? Present is the Page of Wands, upright. So thinking about making an offer of passion or an offer of intellect or a spark of creativity, but it's just the thinking about it. It's the message that it hasn't actually been delivered yet to the other person. And for the future, we have the Devil. All right, so again, almost like the Death card over here with Libra, sometimes the Devil gets a negative connotation, but it's not always that bad. Devil means, can mean codependency, can mean, a negative bonding of souls. It can also mean procrastination. It also, the Devil actually is Pan, who is the god of sex and desire. So it kind of depends on how you're going to see it. The way that I'm kind of reading it here, though, if we're looking at a relationship here, is that, you know, you've been unable to see from someone else's point of view here. You're overthinking it. You're thinking about making an offer of passion, but you're overthinking it. You're not following your gut. And what the devil here is telling you to do is just follow your instincts. There is a connection between you and this other person. It doesn't have to be a negative influence. It can actually be a very positive influence. It a lot of times can actually mean a soulmate connection. A bond does not always mean a negative thing. It doesn't mean that you're tied with chains. It means that you have a soul energy connection to someone. Okay. And these other cards that are around it are actually not negative. So that's why I'm saying this is probably more of a positive type of connection. And honestly, it could mean that you have a really great sexual chemistry with this person that you're thinking about. So remember, stop using your head. Follow your instinct. All right. Thank you, air signs, for stopping in for your element reading for the Hunter's Moon 2019. Remember to check back in another week, and I'm going to have the second half of October soulmate and love readings up there too. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you next November and hopefully next week. All right, as always, stay true. Deuces.